Alrighty, welcome to another team draft. It's myself, Slacks and Tobias, battle against Mac the Knife, Karate Dom, and Will Kruger. Great set of drafters here, as always. Only the finest. And because it's a 3-on-3, I want to remind you once again, we do 4 packs of 12, so the decks end up being a little closer to an 8-player draft in terms of cards seen and how many first picks. Like you get a slightly more synergistic deck by doing that. We found it to be more fun. After all, that's the goal here, right? And, well, what are we going to first pick? There's an Underworld Breach. Do love that. There's also a Palace Jailer. I'm passing to Mac, and Will is passing to me. Let's see, if I take Breach, which, let's be real, probably what I'm going to take, Jailer and Grim get taken, Steam Vents gets taken, into the Catacomb, or from the Catacombs get taken, and probably a Tolly gets taken. So I might wheel Zurin, Orb, or Mystic Forge. Yeah, Batterskull might also go. All right, well, I'm taking Breach over Palace Jailer because I can. Oh, next pick, there's a Mana Vault and a Lelia, and I think I'm going to take the Mana Vault. They're both good. I am pretty happy with both. Like, I was happy when I saw the Lelia, but I think Mana Vault is better, and it's colorless. It's not the worst thing in the world if Mac takes Palace Jailer and then Lelia, because I'm going to be cutting some red. So I think I just take Mana Vault here, and Lelia, Delta, Echo, Questing Beast, Mana Confluence are going to be gone. I'm not getting Echo back, I don't think, which is a shame, but is what it is. Oh, there's Kiki Jiki. I could take Kiki Jiki under the assumption that Pestermite is going to wheel. It might not. I mean, this is a team draft. Will's, maybe not going to pass me a pack that has 4 cards left, one of which is Pestermite, or I guess it'd be 6 cards left. But what would I take if it not for Kiki? I guess I would take Cryptic Command, which is also a good card. But I like specking on Kiki here. You won't see me specking on Kiki all that often, but knowing there's a Pestermite in a pack that I think is a pretty good pack, I don't mind it. If I end up not getting the Pestermite, then so be it. Passing a Student of Warfare, a City of Traders, a Sacred Foundry, Endurance, Garrick. I mean, that pack is also pretty good. I might get something back. Oh, here is interesting. There's Reprieve is a great card. Chrome Mox is a great card. Wasteland's a great card. A lot of good white cards. I probably just take Chrome Mox here. I think that's just like kind of a safe pick. And then it doesn't really help to take a white card. There's 3 good white cards plus Wasteland and Anduril, which is almost like a white card. Let's just take the Chrome Mox here. And the only other card I would really consider for my deck would be Wasteland, but I think I'd rather have Chrome Mox given where I'm heading. All right, now I can probably just take Trinket Mage. Trinket Mage, when I have these 2 artifacts and I'm looking for Lion's Eye Diamond, seems pretty decent. Passing up Steel Straw, Blade Splicer, Flicker Wisp. Yeah, passing a lot of white here, that's for sure. And this is pick 5. Let's see what we get for our last new pack and then on the wheel. Last new pack has a Glorybringer. I don't mind that. It's pretty good with Mana Vault too. And pass up on Revoker, Goblin Welder, Jetmir's Garden. Yeah, Glorybringer is also pretty good to Kiki. So, and Pestermite did wheel. Nice. Okay. So did Zernorb and Ramanop, but I'm happy enough taking Pestermite. And now red-blue lands are at a premium. Mana Confluence is still here. So I'm just going to take that. That will help the mana situation for sure. I don't really care about missing out on Abbott, and we don't look like a high tide deck. Not the best Breach so far. Have no spells, all creatures. But that's okay. We got a little time to kind of develop that. And we have 4 pick 1s, so that helps too. All right, all the green cards came back. I'm just going to hate the Student of Warfare, pass all the green cards. And, I don't know that Mac took Palace Jailer, but white was pretty open, so I wouldn't be surprised if Mac did take Palace Jailer, because that was the best card in the pack by quite a bit. And then, wow, Wasteland wheeled? All the white cards got taken. Oh, that's great news for me. Just because it means that white might not be quite as open. I guess I'll pat for all the people around me. I guess I'm not going to take Crop Rotation. I guess I'll take Lingering Souls. All right, well, I mean, it's not like Wasteland and Kiki Jiki's exactly a combo, but Wasteland's a great card. All right, what do we got? Some good cards. There's 4th Eorlingas, Ragavan, and Mana Drain. These are all very, very strong cards. I'm going to take one of those 3 cards. I also like Coveted Jewel, but it's not a card I should take here. I think the best card here is 4th Eorlingas. That's kind of irrespective of mana costs. Also, I have Mana Vault in my deck in Chrome Mox. I think I'm just going to take 4th Eorlingas. It allows Will to take either Mana Drain or Ragavan and then pass the other one. So hopefully Slacks gets a card he can use. And there's a lot of red cards here. Yeah, I just think 4th Eorlingas is just too good of a card to pass. Oh, wow. There's Oko, Ponder, Reanimate. We're pretty far from Oko, and I just took a red-white card. I think I'm just going to take Ponder. Ponder is a great card at finding kind of like your combo pieces, making your deck more consistent. And yeah, I mean, I think Oko's slightly better than Ponder, but it's closer than you might think. And you know, Will passed me a ton of green cards. I don't know if Will's going to be in a position to take Oko. Maybe Will. Just because Oko's easily splashable. But there's also Reanimate, which is a very strong card. So I'm passing 2 really good cards. All right, I'm just going to take the Ponder. I think that's what this deck wants more. Okay, now I'm probably going to take Lotus Petal, because Lotus Petal Breach is almost as good. Not almost as good, but passable compared to Lion's Eye Breach. I don't need Badlands. I'm not going to take one of these green cards. We're not the Crucible Zern Orb deck. We have Wasteland, but that's not enough to make me really want Crucible. Let's just take Lotus Petal. Oh, I might just Sneak now. Sneak is pretty good with Kiki Jiki. I could wheel Breach and have the outs to be a good Sneak Breach deck. I don't really care about Recurring Nightmare. I'm hoping I get a Brain Freeze, so Spellseeker would be good for that, but I think Sneak is looking pretty decent here. Dang, all these green cards. All right, well, I'm going to take Arc Trail still. I don't think a black-white land is going to help me too much. I'm not playing any of the green cards. I don't think Will's drafting green, so maybe Slacks is, or maybe nobody is. Maybe everyone jumped on white when there was like 5 good white cards in the same pack. Be fine with that too. All right, one more pack of new cards in this pack. Ooh, I love Lotus Field. There's also Chromatic Star, which is kind of nice when you're playing this many colors. And it's like a nice combo with Breach. It's just a thing that goes to the graveyard and replaces itself. But Lotus Field puts 2 cards in the graveyard too. And it helps cast Kiki Jiki nicely. You can untap it with Pestermite, though. That doesn't actually generate mana unless you're sneaking in the Pestermite. But I think Lotus Field has a lot of good outs. Oh, so Bone Crusher and Through the Breach both got taken. Interesting. Alongside, of course, Mana Drain and Ragavan. So then one more card got taken. I guess I'm a little more likely to play Blackcleave Cliffs than any of these cards. I'm not playing Swift Spear, I don't think. This is just not looking like a Swift Spear deck. And I'm passing a Leovold in that case. I guess I'd be passing Leovold after passing Oko. Yeah, maybe I'll just take the Leovold. Leovold is the kind of card that really can just mess you up. Okay, Manamorphose and Talisman. Oh, late Oath of Druids too. And a Bayou, but we're really not. We're all the colors but Bayou. It's got to be Manamorphose here. This helps fix mana nicely and is another good combo with Breach. If this was a double on-color Talisman, I might feel a little bit differently. But given where it's at, I like this. All right, well, I guess I'll just pass 3 green cards. Take Direfleet Daredevil that I'm probably not going to play. All right, well, we've got Kiki, Pestermite. We've got Breach with or Lotus Petal and some cantrips. And we have a Sneak with not really much to sneak out. So once again, we're kind of like the combo variety pack and trying to figure out what works. Oh, wow, that's a late Recurring Nightmare. There's also an Oracle. I'm just going to take the Recurring Nightmare, though. This card's too good to pass late. Now I kind of wish I had just taken the Blackcleave Cliffs. I'll take Exploration because that's the best card there. We don't really look very close to a Recurring Nightmare deck, but you never know. You never know. All right, and Heliod can go right to the bin. All right. Any Underworld Breaches? Or, sorry, Brain Freezes? No, there's a Mind Twist and a Minsc and Boo. I'm just going to take Minsc and Boo. I think Minsc and Boo is way better. And I didn't pass like any black cards to Mac, so I think passing a Mind Twist isn't the end of the world. Now I do want red-green fixing, but Lotus Field, Mana Confluence, and Lotus Petal and Manamorphose give me a lot of sources to start with, plus Lotus Petal and Chrome Mox are great to put out Minsc and Boo a turn earlier. All right, yeah, we're taking that. That card is just way too good. And then now I think I'm pretty happy taking Arid Mesa. The rest of these cards aren't that exciting. Upheaval could be good in some builds, but I don't really look very close to upheavaling. And Arid Mesa, red fetch when I know I'm playing red is great. I do need to pick up some duels to go with it, but we'll see where we end up. Crucible and Ramanop are both gone. This could be a red and 6 deck, and that late Exploration could actually end up making the cut. If I pick up enough good fixing for green, then I could see Exploration being a card this deck wants. Still really looking for a Brain Freeze more than any other card. I'd probably take Brain Freeze over a Mox at this point, because it would just make this deck win so much more. I would still take Time Walk over Brain Freeze, though. I don't think passing a Time Walk is really in the cards for me. I'm not saying that I'll even get to see a Time Walk, though, so we'll see. And could use almost any duel would be nice. Oh, wow. Tolarian Academy. Oh, man, I only have 4 artifacts. Usually getting past a Tolarian Academy would be like a cause for celebration, but I think I have to take Prismatic Vista here. I just am not an Academy deck, and I'm not very close to being one. And I don't think Mac is either, so... Or, yeah, that's what I'm passing through this round. So I don't think that's too big of a deal. I have these powerful red, white, and green cards, and I still want to play blue. Yeah, we'll just take Prismatic Vista here. Now there's Arkham's Astrolabe, which would have been good with Academy. I might still take it, because it's a powerful way to fix. It requires snow mana, but I'm going to have plenty of that. There's also Celestial Colonnade, and Ash Barrens, which is a decent fixer as well. I do like that I can get Arkham's Astrolabe with Trinket Mage. I think that's pretty nice. So also makes the Academy I passed worse. All right, I'll take Brainstorm with 2 fetches. That seems great. Over Ulamog. I could sneak in Ulamog, but honestly, I think the Brainstorm is just going to make my deck so much better. And look, there's Ulamog and Ashen Rider. There's a chance we need 4 other cards to be taken other than these. Up the Beanstalk, Fire Covenant, Gonti, Dragon Engine. So it might happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Wow, late Preordain. All right, I'm just going to slam that. I like Life from the Loam well enough, and Dismember is good too, but if you just take all the blue cantrips, your deck becomes so consistent. And we still have one more pack. Again, I'd kill for a Brain Freeze, but even if I don't get it, I still have a bunch of good combo elements. Oh, and a Pentad Prism. All right, I'm also cutting the Academy stuff pretty hard by taking Astrolabe and Prism. Now, if Academy wheels, which it's not going to, but if it did, if no one at the table wanted it somehow, maybe I would take it. And this pack's still pretty bad. I'll take Imperial Recruiter, though, because that can set up the Kiki combo. Academy didn't wheel. I'll take the Channel here. No, I'm going to take Skyclave. I think Mac's way more likely to play Skyclave. And I don't think he's very likely to play Channel. Oh, Red-White Talisman? Yeah, I would play that. Okay, well, Imperial Recruiter currently gets Kiki, Jiki, Pestermite, Trinket Mage, but of course, Recruiter getting Kiki, copy Recruiter, get Pestermite, it's a classic combo. And that by itself makes Sneak actually pretty good, because that whole win condition takes 3. Didn't get my big creature back. That's okay. I thought someone would take Fire Covenant. I'm kind of surprised that's the one that didn't get taken, but that's all right. Ulamog and Ashen Rider aren't even like the highest tier targets. All right, Brain Freeze. Oh, there's Brain Freeze. I don't even have to pass a Mox to take it. All right, well, this deck just kicked into overdrive. So we're taking Brain Freeze, and then we're going to wheel something good, because this pack has Iteration, Abrade, Lightning Bolt, and Memory Lapse, all of which would be excellent. Someone's going to take Pest Infestation. Oh, there's a chance none of those cards wheel if there's enough red and blue drafters, but it is literally red card, blue, red card. All I need is someone to take Golos, like the Academy player, or someone to take Imperial Seal, Tide Hollow Skull, or Garruk, and I'll wheel something. But slamming Brain Freeze. Oh, there's Splinter Twin and Ren and 6 and Tinker here, and they're all like kind of interesting, but I think I'm just going to take Remand. I have one twin target already. I think there's a chance the twin wheels here. Someone's going to take Tinker, Ren and 6, Nissa, Selfless Spirit, Halfling, maybe Soul Cauldron. Remand is just so good for this deck. And if the twin doesn't wheel, so be it. Oh man, I really like Bloodstained Mire, but Wheel of Fortune is awesome in the Brain Freeze style decks. And maybe there's Narset, Hexdrinker, Teferi, Bloodstained Mire, Animate Dead. Yeah, I'd be surprised if like Stomping Ground didn't wheel here, which would make Arid Mesa into at least a 3-color land. These first 3 picks, getting Brain Freeze, Remand, Wheel of Fortune just made this deck incredibly better. Depending on my green sources, I might be able to run Exploration too. Okay. Shame, there's Candelabra. There's Shelldock Isle, Goldspan, and Comet. Comet is a messed up card, that's for sure. I might just take Shelldock, though. Shelldock is also really, really strong. And I'm already going to be cutting spells here. Shelldock is just a very, very good card at you just play it and then you draw some cards and you play something for free. It just adds, it draws a card and adds mana. It's very nice. Nothing going to come back here that I care about, I don't think. There's pick 4, so there's 2 more new picks. Not that I'm really even missing anything. All right, now it's like Spire Bluff Canal versus Chandra versus Season Pyro, and I think I just take Spire Bluff Canal. I don't even think I'm going to play this Exploration probably. Right now I'm playing just 29 cards, so it's really 17 lands. So any card I want to add, I have to cut something, and I think just taking a blue-red land is going to be better. Sadly, not a Mishra's Workshop deck, so I guess I take Magda here. Yeah, that's fine. Well, am I going to play Magda or Arc Trail? I guess I might play Magda. We'll have to see. All right, Iteration and Abrade both wheeled. I'll just take the Iteration. And then Splinter Twin did indeed wheel. I guess I'm not playing Darkseid Shore, so I don't care about passing like a Soul Cauldron or an Emery. I'll take the Twin. I don't know how likely it is that I play the Twin, but I probably should. Okay, Stomping Grounds indeed did wheel, which I'm happy to take. And that's the deck, basically. I need to cut a card or 2. I could probably cut Arc Trail to start with. I guess I could run 16 lands also, because I have Chrome Mox, Lotus Petal, Mana Vault, Astrolabe, and then 3 cantrips. I just have to run a bunch of... make sure I have enough blue sources, but this is just an incredibly good Breach deck. Oh, I also probably don't want Wasteland in this deck. This deck's mana is pretty demanding. I think Lotus Field is okay, even if I don't have a good way to untap it. I guess that's what the Candelabra could be for. Or actually, I'll take the Life Death. I think that's a better card. Season Pyro game back? All right, I will take it. All right, I got to cut one more card now. But, I mean, this deck is just fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and build this and see where we end up. Alrighty, time for round 1. Playing against Will here. Oh, for the deck, I ended up cutting the Sneak and the Magda and the Arc Trail as the last couple cuts. It was basically came down to Sneak or Splinter Twin, and I think Splinter Twin just for free wins off Pestermite is better. The mana is actually pretty good despite playing 4 colors. Thanks to Astrolabe, Manamorphose, Pentad Prism, biasing towards Island because I have the 3 blue cantrips, and this deck looks awesome, so I'm pretty happy to see how this goes. Will here, I'm going to keep this hand. Will is playing at least some kind of blue deck because he took the Mana Drain over Ragavan. If this hand draws Breach, I win. Actually, I could have won on turn 1, I think. Is that accurate? No, I would have had to win on turn 2, especially this Mana Vault, though. Underworld Breach, I just win the game immediately here. As things currently stand, we'll see what I do on turn 2. I don't really want to play into Mana Drain here. So I think I'm just going to go Prismatic Beast to go. And then because Will left up Mana Drain mana. And I'm just going to, at some point, play Imperial Recruiter here. I'd like to draw not lands. All right, well... get a mountain, play a land. I'm just going to pass, actually. I don't really feel like I'm in a big hurry. It's not like the thing I Recruiter for will be all that useful. Abrupt Decay that, sure. That's the fact that he didn't do it beforehand means almost assuredly got Mana Drain in hand. You just would have killed the Mana Vault preemptively if you didn't have a counter. It doesn't have to be Mana Drain. And also, at some point, I could draw not lands. But it's most likely that. Okay. He's just going to make no plays. I guess I'll just keep making land drops. At some point I'll draw a spell. That's interesting. So let's wait one more turn here, given that he's not doing anything. If he plays something end of turn, it's going to be a little unfortunate, but yeah, I didn't have a play. He isn't playing a land. As long as I have lands to play, I mean, you're not forced to just cast all your spells right away, you know. You can just keep making land drops. It's very much allowed. He's going to have to discard to hand size if he doesn't draw a land. He did draw a land. Now he's going to maybe play a 3-drop? No. All right, draw. Glory Bringer, huh? Land. Let's see. If I cast Imperial Recruiter, that's 1 spell. He counters it, that's 2 spells. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, that's enough to potentially Brain Freeze Will out here. All right, he's going to let that happen. I'm just going to get Pestermite and pass the turn here. If you don't want to use Mana Drain on Imperial Recruiter, that's fine with me. And hopefully you don't draw another blue source here. So I can go end of turn Pestermite. And I guess I'd crack Arid Mesa for just Mountain at this point. And Will's got to make a play. Let's see. I mean, I guess you could just discard. Oh, Mox Diamond. Sure. So that's instead of playing a land drop. I hope I'm not getting Mind Twisted. Him to Turok. All right. Well, I really don't want Wheel of Fortune to get discarded, but I am going to play the Pestermite. I assume I'm getting mana drained here. All right, him, don't discard Wheel, don't discard Wheel. My only 2 spells. Cool. If I had just kept Wheel, it'd be fine. Let's see if he can use the mana here. He can. Into a Nissa. All right, well, let's draw Brain Freeze, I guess. Man, I hit the... there was 5 cards in hand, so 2 out of 5, basically. So unlucky, just like usual. Underworld Breach. Nope. I can Brain Freeze for 12. That doesn't really do anything. He's tapped out now, and I have nothing to do. Cool. If I'd kept Glorybringer, that would also have been fine. I would have killed the Forest and attacked Nissa for 5 down to 1. And then that would have been pretty decent. But no, it hit my only 2 actual spells. I have a slight chance that I could do some sort of Brain Freeze if Will plays a million spells deal, but I don't think that's very likely to happen. This game was all looking very good until that Hymn to Turok showed up. Lorien Revealed. Sure, that's... Honestly, that's not that bad for him tapping 5 mana, but... Remand also actually probably wins me the game, because I go spell, 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 Brain Freeze, remand it. You get milled for 9 and then 15. Yeah, that's definitely enough. All right, I'm going to take it here. I don't think there's a reason to chump yet. Draw. Nope. So, this game I've drawn a Glorybringer, a Wheel of Fortune, and all lands and artifacts. And then the him hit the Glorybringer and the Wheel of Fortune. Because the Imperial Recruiter was my opening hand. Oh, am I just dead now? Probably. Well, let's see what gets exiled. Preordain and Gristlebrand. Okay. Storm count 3, so I can mill for 12. So if you draw with Gristlebrand, I win. I don't think Will's gonna fire off the Gristlebrand, but you never know. I also, if he fires off Gristlebrand before playing a spell, then I still can't win. All right, I block a token and I take 13. All right, well, that was annoying. Basically, I needed the wheel not to get hit, but if the wheel wasn't going to get hit, the Glorybringer not getting hit was also good. Also, I have like a million cantrips in my deck. I could have just drawn one. 2 more lands. All right, well, let's see if we can rally here. I don't really want Magda. I don't want Arc Trail. Direfleet Daredevil's good against him. It didn't seem good against much else. There's also Fire Covenant. There's also Wasteland. I think Glorybringer is actually looking kind of weak. I think I actually would rather have Magda than Glorybringer, given the way these decks look. All right, well, I just did nothing that game, which was actually fine most of the time. Ooh, this is the kind of hand I like. Just a bunch of cantrips. I can do a lot of selection. It was fine most of the game to not do anything until at some point all my spells went away. All right, I'll put Kiki on the bottom. I'll keep Remand though. Turn 2, I'm probably just going to go land go, because casting Iteration on 2 is not ideal. Oh, he's going to discard on turn 1. Okay. I have a Remand, but it's only going to go so far. It's probably going to go land Mox Diamond 2 drop, if I had to guess. Or he just has the Reanimate. What's that? Yeah, Reanimate. All right, well, I'll Remand the Reanimate, but now... Turn 2 Gristlebrand is a turn 2 Gristlebrand. I do have to find my combo very quickly here. All right, let's cast Iteration to start with. I guess I put... 4th Eorlingas isn't going to do anything. I'm not even going to play the island. I have so many lands. I'll put Wheel of Fortune under there. All right. So... He's going to reanimate the Gristlebrand now. Yep. Can't do anything to stop it. And I've got a Shell Dock, which he's not going to want to let me use. Let's start by casting Ponder. I do want to draw Brain Freeze. I think that's going to be an important part of this whole puzzle. I think I do play the Imperial Recruiter. And I think I put Pestermite into my hand. I don't think I have time to get Kiki. Pestermite can buy me an extra turn because I want to set up Brain Freeze into Wheel of Fortune as a potential way to win here. I assume I'm pretty dead. I mean, a turn 2 Gristlebrand is pretty tough. I guess it was turn 3 because I remanded for a turn, but that's still going to be quite difficult for me to vanquish here. I mean, there is an argument for instead of casting Recruiter, I just pass to leave up Brain Freeze, I guess. So I can Brain Freeze and try to get Wheel of Fortune going. All right, here comes Mox Diamond. Just going to pass with a bunch of counter magic up. Is that kind of the idea? It's kind of annoying. This Breach deck is really good. I've drafted a lot of Breach decks. This is a good one, but game 1, all my cantrips were missing and ended up just getting hemmed into oblivion, which can happen. This game, turn 2 Reanimate Gristlebrand is a pretty tough start. So it's not over. It's going to kind of depend on what interaction he has. But if he has like him hit your Brain Freeze into Mana Drain, it's going to be tough. Obviously, like Time Walk or something is going to be hard. True Name Nemesis. Oh, that's not actually very good. I kind of feel like that's way below average what I was expecting because like it doesn't really speed up the clock too much. The Gristlebrand still kills me in 2 turns. I have Pestermite to try to stop it, but the True Name doesn't really change anything. Oath of Druid's Worldly Tutor. All right. I think I just play a land and say go because I want to leave up Pestermite for Gristlebrand, but also Brain Freeze or potentially Wheel of Fortune. Pestermite, tap Gristlebrand. Okay, this hits for 3 down to 10. I guess this speeds up the clock by 1 turn. Yeah. Because I don't think I Brain Freeze here. Because now these 2 are lethal. I think I start with Astrolabe. I assume I'm going to get countered here if I go for something. But I don't really have a choice here. I mean, I can wheel and then Brain Freeze. I'm just going to get Mana Drain. That was the problem. Can I do anything to stop that? I have enough mana to cast both. I guess if I go Trinket Mage, Mana Vault, I can still cast both. Okay, so maybe what I do... Let's see, this is Stormcat 4. Actually, here I've got a path to victory here. And let's do blue. Let's cast Wheel of Fortune, and if it gets mana drained, then I Brain Freeze Will for 21. And if it doesn't get mana drained, then well, Wheel resolves. But he probably has mana drain in hand, so now he has to either mana drain it or let his counterspell go away. But kind of feel like he's going to do something here. The problem is if I just go Wheel Brain Freeze you, no, I guess that's good enough too. All right, well, now I can Brain Freeze for quite a bit here. Okay, maybe that's enough to win. Now you have to have multiple counterspells to stop this. All right, same. Though maybe I should have just Brain Freeze first, actually. Oh, he's got World Spine Worm. I guess I'm glad I did it this way. The mana drain's gone. World Spine Worm is not going to be enough to stop you. The Wheel of Fortune's just going to resolve, right? Also, Brain Freeze is going to be lethal still. Because I go Brain Freeze, you go down to 2 cards, and then Brain Freeze, you go down to 1 card, but then Wheel resolves. So I guess if he has a counter for Wheel, it actually still works. All right, hold on. Let me just take a quick shot of his whole deck. All right. This reshuffles, Abrupt Decay happens, and Wheel of Fortune happens. Do you have a counterspell for Wheel of Fortune? Or is that it? Oh, that's it. Nice. All right. Oh, I even get to see more cards. All right, so I've got Will's whole deck here. All right, cool. And we're going to game 3. Well, I didn't know about World Spine Worm, so I'm glad I Brain Freeze for extra, effectively. Yeah, still don't want Glorybringer. Do I want... Let's see, Reanimate, Worldly Tutor. I'm looking for a Direfleet Daredevil. Hymn to Turok, Chart a Course, Abrupt Decay, Terra Sunder. His deck's pretty good. It's got a little, awkward colors, blue, blue, black, green, green, but seems like has pretty good fixing. Yeah, Ash Barrens, Wooded Foothills, Lorien Revealed, Zagoth Triumph, Mox Diamond, all that. In a pretty good flash plan. Like, this is actually kind of a tough matchup. I wonder if I should bring in Wasteland now after seeing Zagoth Triumph kind of holding down the fort with multiple ways to fetch it and Underground Sea. Do I want to cut forth the Eorlingas? I will cut Magda because playing a Magda against Oath of Druid seems kind of bad, and I can just go to 1 extra land. I don't mind that. Okay. On the draw here, the only counter we saw was Mana Drain. Yeah, all right, that's good to know. And the only hand disruption was him, so game 1 is unfortunate. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. It's not the best, but I think it's worth keeping. Just Preordained goes a long way in terms of fixing. Oh, Arcum's Astrolabe. Yeah, let's lead on that. That'll give me an idea of what I'm looking for. All right, wouldn't mind the Wasteland. Zagoth Triumph. Okay. And land go. Let's just go Talisman into Preordain. Ooh, bottom. Okay. Let's get some action, shall we? All right. Lorien Revealed. I'm glad he doesn't just have an immediate flash here. Does he have Pest Infestation? No. Oh, Ponder's nice. Okay, let's go Ponder. Splinterton, Wheel of Fortune, Wasteland. Okay, I don't mind that, actually. So let's go no, land, Wasteland, Zagoth Triumph. If you can float mana, I'm just going to go to my second main phase. Not that it's wrong to float mana, but yeah. Blue, hold on, that was my land, so let's go blue, red, and pass the turn. Oh, it does have flash into World Spine. So you do flash this turn? All right, let's pass the turn. I'm going to take 15. I just need to wheel into Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze. Nice. That's it. Easy game. All right. If he had flash last turn, he would have cast it. So that was he just peeled either the flash or the World Spine, which is obviously not great for me. Mana Vault, Wheel of Fortune, and he can't have Mana Drain up. So honestly, if I just draw Breach, that might be enough, given the circumstances. Yeah, all right, that'll do it, I guess. Oh man, his hand was like, especially after that Wasteland, his hand was really not that functional, but he drew the flash combo. Well, that's how it goes. All right, I think I can get the other two though. Alrighty, time for round 2, playing against 5-color Balance, like Daretti, or Dak, Balance, Regrowth, control cards. I unfortunately have to mulligan this hand on the draw because Astrolabe can't be cast off Stomping Grounds. I don't think this hand's quite good enough to keep. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll keep this hand and I'll put Mountain back. Not a good hand, but I think better than mulling to 5. Let's see if we can... Ooh, Ponder. I don't mind that. Let's go Ponder turn 1. And I'll get to keep 2 of the 3 if I want. Oh, I like this too. All right. No shuffle. Pass the turn. I might end up with a turn 3 Eorlingas for 1. We'll see what happens. So the top card's Prismatic Vista, which I don't want to draw. So let's go crack Arid Mesa. Let's get Plains. Let's play Astrolabe. Draw Preordain. Bottom. Yeah, I'll put Minsc and Boo on top, I guess. And hopefully we're just messing around with talismans. Reckoner Bankbuster. All right, so what I think I am going to do is cast 4th Eorlingas for 1. It's not the spiciest play, but I think it's worth doing. I become the Monarch. If... I've drawn a lot of lands here. If Dom has a 3-power creature, you can crew the Bankbuster and attack. But if that's the case, then I can go Minsc and Boo next turn. Fracture Identity, the 2/2. All right, well, a lot better that you Fracture Identity that than the Minsc and Boo, I'll say that. All right, so let's draw. I need to stop drawing lands. Let's cast Minsc and Boo. Yes, put 3 counters on it. Send, become the Monarch. Draw. All right, now you are the Monarch. You're going to kill my Minsc and Boo or something? The 1 ring, so I can't attack you. All right, that's fair, I guess. I think I am just going to go -2, hope you don't have a removal spell. Swift reconfiguration. All right, unfortunately I can't do anything about that. I guess I'm going to play Breach because I'm just doing nothing here and then cast Ponder. Actually, hold on. Let's play Prismatic Vista and put another card in my graveyard first. All right, cast Ponder. Brain Freeze? Nope. Any order. Shuffle. All right. Let's play a Pentad Prism for 2 then, I guess, and pass. And then now I'm going to lose my Minsc and Boo, but that's just how it is. Yeah, this has just been... I've cast all these cantrips too, and I don't know, somehow I've drawn a bunch of cards and ended up with nothing. I guess if I draw Wheel of Fortune now, I could try to manually set up a Brain Freeze, but I'm losing pretty badly here. Okay. Oh, I guess I should have... F6, so Dak just stole my Prism, whatever. Draw. Splinter Twin, and we're dead. All right, well, that was a pretty annoying game. Let's see if we can do a little better here. I think, again, Wasteland is going to be decent here. What do I want to cut? Glorybringer also seems... Yeah, no, maybe I'll just keep... Maybe I'll put in Wasteland over one of the islands and then keep the Glorybringer. All right. We'll try that. And I would just like a slightly more functional draw here at some point. All right, I guess I'll mulligan. And yeah, I'll keep this. What do I put on the bottom? I think I put Glorybringer on the bottom. I mean, this is a great hand. I'm going to go turn 1 Mana Vault, turn 2 4th Eorlingas. Yeah, 4th Eorlingas for 2. Maybe 3. No, maybe even more. Maybe 4 if I draw an untapped land. Because I go turn 1 Vault, and he milled to 5. Turn 1 Vault, turn 2 Manamorphose for red-white. Hope to draw a land, and then get to 4th Eorlingas for 1,000,000 here. So I do like that. Ancient Tomb Talisman. I mean, that's a pretty good start. Okay, no. So red Manamorphose for red, white, land, 4th Eorlingas for it all. I mean, that's a pretty good turn too. Send with everything. You take 8. You're basically just dead. All right. Well, that was a pretty good draw. We're stealing a game pretty nicely there. One ring. Yeah. I mean, that does buy you some time, but I don't think that's gonna do the trick. Oh, I even get to play Minsk and Boo next turn. Nice. Put a Preordain under the Lotus or the Shelldock Isle. No point in attacking here. I still draw because I'm still the Monarch. And then now you've got the One Ring putting you down to 7. You can't really tap your Ancient Tomb. I mean, turn 2 One Ring off a mold of 5 is pretty strong too, but turn 2 4th Eorlingas for 4 was pretty nice. All right, I won't complain. That makes up for game 1, and let's see if game 3. I still don't think this is too bad of a matchup because the Dom's deck is not particularly fast, but all right, we'll have to see. Do I want Magda? Is it possible that on the draw I want Magda over Glorybringer? No, I like Glorybringer. Let's just battle here. I've got a couple Fracture Identity targets already. I'm not going to be able to avoid that completely. Oh, okay. I'll keep this hand. I hope Dom doesn't play a turn 1 Talisman again. He is mulliganing because this hand can play a turn 1 Wheel of Fortune if I want. What I think I might do is just play Mana Vault. Pass the turn. Turn 2, I can play Minsk and Boo. Emery, okay. Milled Talisman and a Coveted Jewel, cool. If I draw a white source, I could play 4th Eorlingas instead. Let's not do that though. Let's go. I'm going to play Chrome Mox, I think, because I want to exile Iteration and cast Preordain. Pure Recruiter, Underworld Breach. I think I put them both on the bottom. Lotus Field, interesting. All right, well, let's just cast Minsk and Boo here. Put 3 counters on this. Attack, and then next turn I could cast Lotus Field plus play Lotus Field, then Wheel, which is pretty nice. We're playing Talisman of Dominance here. Sure. And then that's it. All right, well, I just cheesed Dom out with Mana Vault, so I guess go me. Still have yet to really breach anyone, but you know what? This worked out just fine. All right, let's get to round 3. All right, time for round 3. On the draw here, playing against Mac, who did end up going white, is actually black-white here. I'm going to keep this hand. Has Mind Twist, Thalia, Library of Alexandria, random white beaters. That's fine. Let's lead on Ponder. Oh. I like that. All right. I want access to everything. So what I think I'm going to do here is turn to Mana Confluence, Pentide Prism. I hope that Mac doesn't play a Thalia on turn 2. That would be quite unfortunate. All right, Demonic Tutor. Okay, once again, hoping that doesn't go for Thalia. Even a turn 3 Thalia with an extra 2 mana on top is pretty rough. What I am going to do is, I guess I kind of don't mind getting Mind Twisted here. Let's go Mana Confluence, Lotus Petal, Pentad Prism. Pass the turn. I wouldn't choose to get Mind Twisted here because I have my Breach in hand, but okay. Arid Mesa. Let's crack this. Mountain. Metamorphose. Red. Let's go Seasoned Pyro, I think. I think I'm going to get Reprieved here. Yeah, and then he's going to Mind Twist me for 3. And I just got to hope that I keep either Breach or Wheel. I don't really have a better line, I don't think, because I really don't want to Wheel with Breach in hand. I want to play Breach. All right, Palace Jailer. Oh, that's fine. Okay. So that must be what he tutored for. So now, if I play Breach, and then I play Wheel, yeah, I'll have a lot of mana. All right, let's play Underworld Breach. I'm going to play Wheel. And I'm not going to play my land because I'm going to get to play a land regardless. And I want more cards in my graveyard to fuel Breach here. So Lotus Petal puts 2 cards in the graveyard, but that's probably worse than just playing untapped land, I think. Let's go Lotus Petal, or Lotus Field is what I meant. Lotus Petal, exiling 3 cards. And then I'm going to play Wheel of Fortune. I think I still don't play a land. I think I still play Wheel. Oh, right. I need to play a land, actually. Sorry. Wheel, and then cast Wheel of Fortune. Exiling these 3, I guess. Sure. And looking for Brain Freeze. All right, there's Brain Freeze. Then I go Lotus Petal, exile 3. Sack for blue, Chromox, exile Imperial Recruiter, and then Brain Freeze you for 21 cards. And that should be good to go here. All right. I clicked through because Begin Side of Burning pops up, but there was a Breach win. Haha. And let's put in Arc Trail for sure. Yeah, I still want Splinter Twin. I still want to go for my cheesy win, though. Mac has... Hold on, let me look at one of the other games. Pylon and also Fatal Push. Didn't see Snuff out. Okay. I was just wondering if I should just take the twin combo out completely. Because if I did that, I would take Kiki, Twin, Pestermite out. I already did Arc Trail. And then, oh, you know what actually I should do? Yeah, I should take those out. I should put in a Snow-Covered Swamp. And I should put in a Fire Covenant. I have enough fixing that I think I can cast Fire Covenant. And then do I want to cut a land for, like, a Direfleet Daredevil? That actually sounds pretty decent, too. On the draw especially, I can cut one of my islands. All right. Yeah, I think I like this. All right. Yeah, this hand's totally fine. I've got an Arc Trail. Unfortunately, Giver of Runes makes the Arc Trail a lot less enticing. Shelldock. Put a Ponder under Shelldock. Pass the turn. Don't turn to Thalia me, please. Oh, Mesmeric Fiend. Sure. You could take the Brain Freeze and try to just lock me out of creatures, or a Brain Freeze with Giver plus Mesmeric Fiend. You could also take Arc Trail. You could also take Preordain. I mean, there's actually a lot of options here as to, like, how does Mac want to, like, navigate this game. It'll depend a lot on what he's got in hand here. And what I'm hoping to do, yeah, he just takes the Preordain. And I think I'm firing off the Arc Trail here. It's not like it's getting any better. Deal 2, deal 1. I could have pinged the Mesmeric Fiend, but it just doesn't do anything. So Let's do that. And I drew an Astrolabe. It's not too bad. Hit for 1, say go. Okay. Snow-covered forest, Astrolabe. You're going to reprieve the Astrolabe? Yeah, looks like it. Sure. I'll keep my petal and stuff in hand. I don't really care if those get discarded. Thalia would still be annoying. I will say that. At least there's not a Brain Freeze trapped under a Mesmeric Fiend. That would actually be kind of challenging. Revoker. Okay. You're going to name Lotus Petal probably because that stops the Brain Freeze combo. Yeah. Lotus Petal didn't play a land. All right, I need to stop drawing lands. Can I get like just a decent big spell here? Oh, that's pretty good. All right, let's go. I guess I could just play. I'll go Arid Mesa to start thinning stuff out. Season Pyro. I could have just played the Swamp, I guess. And then I'm going to discard Chromox Lotus Petal. Make 2 idiots. Oh, I probably should have taken Imperial Recruiter out now that I took the Kiki-Jiki out. It's not going to be actually awful here, but not ideal. Oh, man. I hope he doesn't Gonti Minsk, 4th Eorlingas, or Glorybringer. Those are my 3 big spells. I guess I'll get a chance to see. Oh, I like that. I can wait a little bit on that. Let's go Expressive Iteration. Well, it's not Minsk or 4th Eorlingas. Oh man, this is kind of a bad iteration. I'm not going to be able to cast all these cards. I guess I didn't hit a land, I just hit 3 spells. Okay, well, I'm going to put... Remand in hand is actually pretty nice to remand whatever gets Gontied. All right, I'm going to put Remand in hand. I'm going to 4th Eorlingas on the bottom. I'm going to exile Minsk and Boo, and I'm not going to be able to play it. It's a shame. Well, is what it is. But I'm hoping that this turn, either Mac's going to fire off the Gonti and into Glorybringer, and I'm going to get to remand it back to my hand, or I get to cast Fire Covenant. I'm fine with any of those things. All right, yeah. Remand. Oh, baby. Oh, there's the Brain Freeze, too. Okay. I think we're going to Glorybringer here. Boom. He knows about that one. Attack and exert. I'm just going to attack with these, I think. And then blow up the Gonti. I don't care about the Mesmeric Fiend right now. And if the Revoker goes away, then I can at some point get a Brain Freeze, a little Brain Freeze action going with a Breach here. I guess I hope I don't get Mind Twisted. Oh, I don't care about Batterskull. In fact, I'm pretty close to just winning without doing any of these things. All right, Fire Covenant for 6. Boom, toasty. Okay, get my thing back. Attack for 4. Can I go for a Brain Freeze win here? I guess I probably can. I can still just go Breach, Brain Freeze myself. Yeah, Lotus Petal, Lotus Petal. And that ought to do it. Brain Freeze myself for 9. Ooh. Lotus Petal, exiling 3. Sack this for blue. Lotus Petal, exiling 3. And then I guess sack this for blue, and then Brain Freeze myself, exiling 1, 2, 3. Myself, and then you for a bunch. All right, and that'll do it. Okay, we pulled out the 2-1. with, I mean, I was going to win this game without the Brain Freeze. I think I could win this game just off Glorybringer, all my creatures, Fire Covenant, and then Preordain and Ponder to find the 4th Eorlingas to finish things off. But I won with Brain Freeze. Last game, match, I just won with Mana Vault. In the match before, I got 1 win off Brain Freeze Wheel, and then just got smushed the other 2. But a nice 2-1 finish, not unhappy, and this was a really good deck. I think that when you get Breach, Brain Freeze, and even Lotus Petal, which is a lot worse than Lion's Eye for sure, but still really good. Plus, it's hard to overstate how powerful it is to have all these cantrips. Look at these 4 awesome cantrips plus Remand, Manamorphose, Cycle. So, very good deck. Only thing that could have made it better was a Lion's Eye Diamond, of course, like random powerful cards. But that'll do it for today. 2-1, which I think is going to be good enough to pull out the draft. It'll be pending the last match here. But I am going to call it, and happy with the 2-1. As always, thanks for watching. As I drafted Underworld Breach Brain Freeze for maybe the first time on stream or on channel. Okay, that's not true. It's like the 15th time. But I love it, and it had been a while since we did a classic Breach Brain Freeze deck, so always fun. I'll be back tomorrow with another draft, and I will see you there. Have a good one.